Hi, Richard Eckley here. We're in Ray Higdon's Top Earner Success School in session 7 now, and we're doing the course on speaking, public speaking, webinars, seminars. And what I'm talking about tonight is on seminars. If you're actually doing your own seminar, there's a certain sort of technique and system you need to do when not setting up a seminar, but actually presenting as a seminar. I mean, the first thing you need to do is actually an introduction for yourself. So you need to let people know what your name is. Just walk out and give them your full name. And the second thing is you need to get the audience on your side. The best way to do this is to ask them a question the majority of the audience would agree with, so it gives them a positive affirmation, if you like, mindset before the actual presentation starts. So if you were doing something on travel, does everybody here enjoy nice holidays? And you get a bit of agreement. Or if it's in health and wellness, would anybody here like to lose some weight or anything like that? Any sort of thing that generally would get everyone in the audience basically having a yes sort of answer to. That's the initial thing to get people on your side. And that's the good start for the presentation. Then you also need to give them some information. When you're doing a presentation, you need to give them some value, some information. So say if you're doing it on travel, give them some valuable travel tips on what they could achieve or where they could go. Just little things like, I don't know, doing a photocopy of a passport so you've got a backup, or packing certain shoes for walking somewhere. It's little tips they would use themselves, just so they've got some information, so that although the presentation, you may be sort of trying to sell them something to do with the business you're doing, if you give them some information as well, some value, then even if they don't buy anything from you, they've learned something that evening, so it's worth them going along. And also, if you are planning to sell them different things, it's also worth giving them like a heads up at the start of the presentation. Give them a quick rundown of what your plans do. You're going to teach them something, you're going to show them something, and there may be an offer for them to buy something at the end if you do that way. And a good way of doing things like that is to actually halfway through actually show them sort of the amounts you're actually selling it for, and then towards the end you can have them like a bit of a discount for just buying it because you're here tonight for this one night only. I can give you some discount, and that could also help promote them to actually buy on the night as opposed to leaving it for a later date. And you could also say, well, perhaps there's 30 people in the room, or say you've only got space for 5 people at this special rate. Again, that gives a bit of urgency for them to do it tonight as opposed to waiting for a later time to do it. That's a few tips there on running a seminar. If you got value from this, you can contact me at rickeckley67@yahoo.co.uk, or you can always check out my YouTube channel, which is Rick Eckley. All the best.